There's two keys to success in the broker business. First of all, you gotta stay relaxed.
Yeah.
You jerk off?
Do I jerk off? Yeah. Yeah, I jerk off, yeah.
How many times a week?
Like, three, four times, maybe.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket. I myself, I jerk off at least twice a day.
Wow.
Once in the morning, right after I work out, and then once right after lunch.
Really?
Okay? I want to. That's not why I do it. I do it because I need to. Think about it. You're dealing with numbers all day long. Decimal points, high frequencies, bang, bang, bang. Digits, all very acidic, above the shoulders mustard, all right? It kind of can wig some people out, right? You got to feed the geese to keep the blood flowing, and keep the rhythm below the belt.
Done.
There's a question that echoes in the private corners of the internet, in late-night search histories, and in quiet conversations. It's a question surrounded by myths, anxiety, and a ton of misinformation. What really happens to your body, specifically your prostate, if you masturbate every single day? The whispers you've heard online might suggest it's dangerous, that it can cause damage, inflammation, or worse. The fear-mongering is real. But what does the actual science say? Well, I'm going to tell you the truth today. And I promise you, the answer is genuinely shocking, and it is almost certainly not what you have been led to believe. Stick with me, because you won't want to miss this. To truly understand the shocking reality, we first need to get acquainted with the key player here, the prostate gland itself. So, what is it? Put simply, the prostate is a small, walnut-sized gland that's part of the male reproductive system. Its main job is to produce the fluid that nourishes and transports sperm, what we know as semen. It sits just below the bladder and in front of the rectum. For such a small gland, it plays a massive role in a man's health, especially as he gets older. And because it's so important, it's also the source of a lot of anxiety. You've probably heard the claims, the myths that circulate in locker rooms and on internet forums.
What's up, everyone? It's your boy, the Crackhead, wishing you all a wonderful day. Facebook, I sabi say when I go flag this video, but I no say. So this video, if you sabi say you be born again, I beg, no watch this video. If you sabi say you be female, no watch this video. This video is only for men. And for men who are carnal. Hey! All those things where you don't hear about soapy. Say if you do soapy, your brain go damage. If you do soapy, you no go get sense again. If you do soapy, your blood clots go shrink. If you do soapy, so many bad things go happen, my brother. Inside life. Now, so yesterday I just come across this video for YouTube where they talk say after all these centuries of research where scientists been they do for more than 40 years, they don't come finally conclude say those people, no be people, those men where they do soapy, say make una ride on, make una continue. Say the more soapy you they do, if they reduce your waiting they call that English. If they reduce your chances of getting bronchus cancer, prostate cancer. I know say people gotta say, Crackhead, which kind of video be this? This is an educational video. And I been don't make warning. Talk say if you sabi say be born again, just stop this video at this point. Or if you say be woman, this one no concern you, this one now only for carnal men. So brothers and sisters, I beg, I want make una watch this video where this woman don't explain, say those men where they do soapy, say now them they less risky or less chance to get prostate cancer.
There's a question that echoes in the private corners of the internet, in late-night search histories, and in quiet conversations. It's a question surrounded by myths, anxiety, and a ton of misinformation. What really happens to your body, specifically your prostate, if you masturbate every single day? The whispers you've heard online might suggest it's dangerous, that it can cause damage, inflammation, or worse. The fear-mongering is real. But what does the actual science say? Well, I'm going to tell you the truth today. And I promise you, the answer is genuinely shocking, and it is almost certainly not what you have been led to believe. Stick with me, because you won't want to miss this. To truly understand the shocking reality, we first need to get acquainted with the key player here, the prostate gland itself. So, what is it? Put simply, the prostate is a small, walnut-sized gland that's part of the male reproductive system. Its main job is to produce the fluid that nourishes and transports sperm, what we know as semen. It sits just below the bladder and in front of the rectum. For such a small gland, it plays a massive role in a man's health, especially as he gets older. And because it's so important, it's also the source of a lot of anxiety. You've probably heard the claims, the myths that circulate in locker rooms and on internet forums. That frequent masturbation can wear out the prostate, that it can lead to chronic inflammation, a condition known as prostatitis, or the one thing men fear most, that it could somehow increase your risk of prostate cancer. These fears are understandable. Prostate cancer is one of the most common cancers among men, so anything that might affect that risk is taken very seriously. For decades, these fears went largely unchallenged, chalked up to old wives' tales or moral warnings disguised as health advice. But then, researchers at one of the most prestigious universities in the world decided to stop guessing. They decided to put the myths to the test with a massive, long-term scientific study. And what they found didn't just challenge the myths, it blew them out of the water completely. It changed the entire conversation about masturbation and prostate health forever. So, what is this shocking secret? What did the science finally reveal? The landmark study I'm talking about comes from a place you've definitely heard of, Harvard University. Specifically, the Harvard T.H. Chon School of Public Health. And this wasn't some small-time survey. They followed nearly 32,000 men for almost 2 decades, meticulously tracking their lifestyles and health outcomes. One of the key data points they looked at was ejaculation frequency. When they analyzed the data, the results were stunning. They were the very definition of "you won't believe it." Here it is. The study found that men who reported a higher frequency of ejaculation had a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer. Let me say that again, because it bears repeating. More frequent ejaculation was linked to a lower risk of prostate cancer. The numbers were specific and significant. Men who ejaculated 21 or more times per month had up to a 33% lower risk of getting prostate cancer compared to men who ejaculated only 4 to 7 times per month. This finding is the complete opposite of the old fears. Far from being harmful, the evidence pointed to a powerful protective effect. This wasn't a fluke. The results have been supported by other research, including a major Australian study that found a similar protective link. So, the big question is, why? How could something so simple have such a profound impact on the health of the prostate gland? Scientists have a few leading theories, and they all make a lot of sense. The first and most popular one is often called the prostate stagnation hypothesis. Think of your prostate's ducts as tiny pipes. The theory suggests that regular ejaculation helps to flush out these pipes. This process clears away old cells, built up secretions, and potentially harmful substances or carcinogens before they have a chance to linger, cause inflammation, and potentially trigger the cellular changes that lead to cancer. It's essentially a natural cleansing mechanism. The second theory revolves around cellular health. Every time a cell divides, there's a tiny chance of a genetic error, a mutation, that could lead to cancer. The hypothesis here is that frequent ejaculation promotes a healthier cycle of cellular turnover. It encourages the prostate to replace old, potentially damaged cells with new, healthy ones more efficiently, reducing the opportunity for cancerous cells to take hold and multiply. And a third idea connects to stress and inflammation. We know that chronic inflammation is a major risk factor for many types of cancer. The act of ejaculation is linked to a reduction in tension and psychological stress. By lowering stress levels, you might also be lowering the body's overall inflammatory response, which would naturally contribute to a healthier internal environment for the prostate. So, when you put it all together, the science paints a clear picture. Regular ejaculation, whether from sex with a partner or from masturbation, appears to play a significant role in maintaining a healthy prostate by cleaning out the system, promoting healthy cell turnover, and potentially reducing inflammation. It's a powerful combination. So, that science is incredible for understanding long-term health and cancer risk. But I know for many of you watching, the concern isn't just about the future. It's about the frustrating symptoms you're dealing with right now. I'm talking about waking up multiple times a night, that constant, annoying feeling that you can't fully empty your bladder, or a weak stream that's just plain frustrating.
Okay, maybe we stop here. I've been start by showing you guys, the canal men, this Vaseline and soap. So which one you dey use, or which one you been use but you stop because say you dey fear? Anyways, when I don't hear canal men say if you do this thing at least 21 times in a month, say it go reduce, it go lower the risk of getting prostate cancer. If una don't watch this movie Wolf of Wall Street, where been come out for, is it 2013 or so, where they ask that guy for interview how many times in the soapy up. Now the guy tell whether he lie or whether he talk the truth to the guy give him number. Now the interviewer tell and say, ha, you never start. Say personally, him, the soapy 2 times in a day. One in the morning, first thing before he come out, and last thing in the night before he go to sleep. And everybody laugh. Now, when I don't come understand why that guy they soapy like that. Well, make una no feel say they encourage soapy, as I've been talked before. This now for canal men, and una we sabi me say I dey real. Say anything where I hear, where I sabi say it go benefit some certain group of people, even if na sinners, it go benefit. I go present them to you. So I'm not here to judge you whether they do soapy. I'm not here to clap for you if you know do soapy. If you know they do soapy, and if you know they tidy your wife as they talk, at least 21 times. Why? Because it dey flush. You understand? But in fact, if you want to think of them logically, without even medical terms, when that's why they call blue balls. When that spermatozoa don't build up, you don't get where to go. If it lead to that prostate cancer. So, brothers, canal men, I don't hear. So no feel guilty if you dey soapy up. No say what you dey do now for your future. Come back 20 years from now or 10 or your old age, we don't dey waka with walking stick. Come go ask your friends when they soapy up, what's up? Then go to hold their brokers because of prostate cancer. So canal men, keep soaping up. According to science, it's good for you.